Santa Clara County is in need of change. We're in need of vision and leadership and responsibility and integrity, something that embodies all those things, and that is Captain Kevin Jensen. I'm very proud that the two major unions that work for the Sheriff's Department, both the DSA and the CPOA, had overwhelming response when we decided to have a vote of endorsement. The DSA was over 90%. The CPOA was 100%. That means every single ballot cast was cast in favor of endorsing Kevin Jensen. That in and of itself is an extremely powerful message. It's a message of change. It's a message of belief of a man that can move us forward, that can reunite us with the other law enforcement communities within our area, something that unfortunately has gone by the wayside as of late.
I believe that we have to take a real hard look at the trust level first, the basics. Let's get the trust back of our community. It's not just internal, it's external. Okay. What does our community need? Right now, we are really hurting in the area of burglaries and of response. We have staffing at the Sheriff's Office that I believe must be better. We need to be able to respond and have the people doing the job have enough partners out there on a given shift and not feel like they're overworked. So we need to do that hiring. Secondly, I believe we also need to collaborate with the other chiefs. Criminals don't know boundaries. There is a level of respect for the position right now. But I've known these chiefs for a long time, and they're great men and women. So what I believe is we need to get that collaboration and meet more in a real relationship and not just by maybe
phone and email.
Exactly.
Okay. And last one?
I think the last one would be I want to get back to being proactive and not just responsive, but getting out there like we used to do. And I believe, and so partial history, what we used to do is have a person in the schools, after school sports in the Paula area of East Side, and we also used to do a couple things that I want to bring back. The Community Services Division, and then being proactive with this new technology, best practices, public-private partnerships. Let's move ahead. Let's really care again about why we took the job in the first place. And with the support of the men and women who do the job, it makes things much easier to gain their support and to try new things. And I believe that's what I'll bring to the Sheriff's Office.
Sometimes we think that badge, as law enforcement officers, is a little bit more than it really is. It's a responsibility. It gives us the power to back up the law, and it'll give us a brother officer, a sister officer, another agency, another county, all the way to we have enough people to handle that. But it's not something that should be used as a hammer. It's not something that should be taken for granted, that we have power and we don't go the extra mile to reach out to veterans, to reach out to homeless, to reach out to those recidivism revolving door inmates. Because let me tell you, I've had some people in my family who've gone through that place. Not everybody who comes through that door is a person that's to be locked up forever. And those that do will be, and will be tough on crime. But I want to use balance. I want to use perspective. These are words that mean a lot to me. So tonight, if you want to know why I want to run for sheriff, if you want to know why I believe in the men and women of our law enforcement, our own departments, and our local agencies who I have friendships with, the men and women and their chiefs in this whole agency, and retired chiefs that are here and have supported me, it's because I believe we can do better, and we have to get back to basics, and then we have to be innovative and ask other people, what are you doing?
I see us as servants. I want to get back to where we originally started in law enforcement. We are the public. The public are the police. That was said, over 100 years ago by Peel. And when he said that, it's continued even to this day. So my thought is, with these public-private partnerships, with people in law enforcement, the chiefs, collaborating together and utilize...
I have a great passion for this job because it gave me so much. I've given 28 years. My experience has gone everywhere from line staff to escapes. I've gone back to school for my AA degree, my bachelor's degree. I jumped into the bachelor's program before completing the AA because I wanted that at St. Mary's. I went back into the master's program in leadership. So all those things, the education has taught me a lot, that I don't know everything, and keep learning, be a lifelong learner. We as an organization, we as a profession need to be lifelong learners.
I believe that we sometimes, as a sheriff's office, can get pretty full of ourselves. We forget where we came from, we forget that we serve, and we don't have a State of the Sheriff's address. We don't have community forums where people are always invited to give feedback because, truthfully, after you're elected, you don't have to. for 4 years. What I'd like to do is I've already talked to people about an accountability group of very judges, community members, former law enforcement, who will give me that kind of feedback, and that's what I believe a sheriff needs. I believe you can do it the other way, but you miss a big piece of intelligence, of communication, of ideas. I don't have all the ideas. What I've been known for is collaboration, accountability in a respectful way, fairness. So that's what I want to continue to bring to the office of sheriff.